Okay, Mr. Essay, I say, prepare to be written! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Yeah! Yeah! Pin some of these, pin some of these. Almost there, and done. Now let's see how it looks so far. The break time!
The white circle on your tac map shows where the gas closes in. The timer shows how long you have before that happens. Plan ahead, find weapons, stay out of the open, and you'll make it.
Hey guys, this week we will be running our own Battle Royale game. Games with this genre usually have players fight each other till the last man standing, all the while a force of some sort pushes them towards each other, such as toxic gas or a firestorm. As of now, the only interactive part of our game is that the player gets to choose where they drop, which determines the size of the map and the amount of players in it. There is a program template up on Canvas, so you don't have to write the entire program by yourself. We'll take a look at it and even do some of it together. The first thing you guys will want to do is to write the missing prototypes of the functions located below main. In main, we have this map, which is a 2D array of characters. For many of you, this may be new, so we'll dive deeper into what this is. When declaring two-dimensional arrays, the first set of square brackets specifies the amount of rows our grid will have. The second set of square brackets specify the amount of columns. In this example, map is a two-dimensional array of characters with 5 rows and 7 columns. If we're going to set this element to the character A, think of what indices we should use. Think about what the assignment statement will look like for this element. As was the case with one-dimensional arrays, the sizes of two-dimensional arrays must be known at compile time, which is why we must assign their rows and columns to constant integers. To make it appear that map changes size, we'll initialize it to the biggest amount of space we think we'll need, and have variables to keep track of the range of elements that we actually care about. Load is one of the functions that we'll need to complete, so let's look at that together. When passing two-dimensional arrays to functions, the amount of elements in each row must be specified, which is why max map width is inside the formal parameter list. Once we know the range of the elements we care about, we want to set each one of them to the space. Let's try this one out together. We'll want to visit each element one at a time. First, the element on row 0, column 0, then row 0, column 1, then 0, 2, 0, 3, up till the end of row 0, then row 1, then row 2. So we'll set column amount of elements on the same row to the space, and we'll do that row times. The next thing we could do together is the call to the render function from main. We can peek at its function definition to give us a hint on how we should pass the actual parameters. Arrays, regardless of their dimensions, one-dimensional or two-dimensional, are always passed by reference, which means that screen space and map refer to the same memory. One more thing we could do together is write the get numplayer's function definition. You can see from this render of the map that there are 3 possible values for elements in the map. The element could either be a space, a player, or the gas. We'll iterate through the two-dimensional array the same way we did when we cleared it, but instead of assigning it to the space when we visit each element, we'll check to see if it's a player. The condition reads if the element of map at row R, column C is not a space and it's not the gas, then it should be a player. And we could increment our counter. The only things left to do are the function descriptions, which are in your own words what the function does.